Hi, Felina here with Bethany Kelly, founder of Courageous Creatives, and we're here to talk about the Business Booster, which is a weekly roundtable discussion that happens at each of our locations. And the discussion is 1 hour. It is, again, a discussion, not a presentation. I really want to emphasize that. And it's really a great way to get a shot of business knowledge, boosting your business on a weekly basis. It's led by a member. And again, it's meant to be that person is a subject matter expert, so to speak, in that field. And they're there to draw out questions and ideas and thoughts and really create a discussion. And I invited Bethany along today to talk about how she led the Business Booster, because she got some really, really good feedback from the communities in Sereno and Mission, and now we're doing it in Carlsbad. So we've got lots of Business Boosters happening every week. So Bethany, would you just guide us briefly through how you formatted your 1 hour Business Booster?
Sure, I'd love to. So the topic that we were discussing was packaging your expertise into products, developing products and content. And the first thing that I did, I had advertised it, and when everyone showed up, we went around the table, I asked everyone their name to tell us a little bit about their business, and then what were they interested in getting from this time together. What questions did they have? Why did they show up? What brought them there? What interested them? And as we went around, I wrote everybody's name on the board and a little sentence about what they were most interested in. And that's how we started it off. And then I explained a little bit about myself and my story, what brought me into this business in the first place. And then we just went into discussion. And what I loved was we were able to cover all of the points.
Yeah. Because
it was clearly listed what everybody was interested in. And the best part is, I didn't necessarily have to have all the answers.
Exactly.
It was really a discussion. So someone would, I would be like, let's talk about this point. I might have something to add. Someone else would contribute. And there was just a great synergy in the room. So many great women, so many good ideas. And it was really fun.
Absolutely. Perfect. And a point I want to cover is kind of how you wrap it up, so to speak. So you wrapped yours up with a sign-up sheet. Is that right?
Yes. I have been planning a workshop, so I had a sign-up sheet so that if anyone was interested in a deeper dive into the subject, they could sign up and be notified when my workshop came up. I also had a sign-up sheet if someone wanted to have a conversation with me one-on-one specifically to talk about what I do if they were interested in that.
Perfect.
And I got good response on both of those.
That's awesome. And so it's a really, really good point. I get this question a lot, how do I follow up? How do I wrap it up, so to speak? More than welcome to bring in either an offer for an upcoming workshop you have, a educational price list, so to speak. The way I like to phrase it is, if you enjoyed your time today and you want to, have an opportunity to work with me either one-on-one or in a different setting, here's how I work. And you can pass something out. It's totally more than fine to do that. Not a hard sell, but just, if you enjoyed your time together and you want more, and oftentimes people do want more. And the Business Booster is a great way to get feedback on, if you're fleshing out maybe a new workshop idea and you're wanting to know kind of mini focus group style what people are wanting. It's a really, really great way to engage with the community here and get some feedback on that.
And it was really interesting from the Business Booster to see what were the common threads of interest or the common questions, because then I could use that to develop my workshop.
Yes, absolutely. So, yes.
I also brought examples of my own products to show.
Perfect.
I had, products, CDs, flyers, various things that I was able to show as examples. So
perfect, and that's great. Absolutely, the tangible nature of what you were discussing, which is how do you take your services and wrap those into a product. And I'll also add, if there's something online you want to show and pull up on the LCD in the conference room, absolutely. or if there's a website you want to show off, no problem, that's great. But do not present a PowerPoint presentation because you get glued to that. That's just what happens when we put together a PowerPoint. So no presentation. So just to recap, you're introducing the group to each other, so to speak, so everybody does name and business and, what do you want to walk away with? Jotting that down on the board is the best way to make sure everybody's heard and you've got everybody. And then for me, when I lead these, it's a great way for me to visually go back and go, okay, did we cover everybody's questions or thoughts or points? One other brief thing I want to mention is kind of controlling the room, so to speak. And this is an art, and an art I've only learned from teaching college for 8 years to a bunch of 18-year-old girls at the Fashion Institute. Just making sure that somebody doesn't run away with the train, so to speak. And so comments like, that's a great thought or a great idea. I want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to be heard. We're going to move on, and if we have time, we'll come back to you at the end, those types of things.
Yeah, also keeping an eye on the time.
Yes.
Because if you want to actually get through everybody's questions, you have to be mindful of how the time is ticking and keep things moving along. So you can start on time and end on time. Nobody likes going over.
No, 1 hour, you got to cover everything in that 1 hour. So I know it is tricky. One other thing I'll mention, sometimes folks come in late.
Yes.
That's life happens, something happened at home and somebody wasn't able to get in right at 11 o'clock. So you've got to be conscious that you might have somebody that's coming in even 20 minutes late. You say, hello, welcome, ask them really quick to introduce themselves. You don't have to do it right when they walk in the door. Let them get settled or after your, thought has been shared, and then just quickly introduce them into the group and keep going. So it's fun. It's great. It's great exposure into the community, as Bethany mentioned. She posted it. We posted on our private Facebook group. Invite all of the members for that location. It goes on our public calendar as well, so you get some additional exposure. And it's more than fine to post as well. Once on the private Facebook group, hey, just a reminder, I'm really excited to lead this upcoming week. You can always do something that I've seen some members do very, very well is get another member, so you're not kind of self-promoting, but get another member to say something like, oh, I'm really excited about Bethany's business booster next week. I worked with her and she was great. So kind of the endorsement from somebody else. So anyhow, so that's it. Let us know if you have questions, and good luck leading your business booster.